Okay, YouTubians, how y'all doing? Hope everything is going well. So here I am, I'm trying it again, but this time it's going to be a veggie loaf. And so today I have some black beans in my Vitamix that I've just grounded, roughly grounded. It's not finely grounded, so I'll let you see the consistency of that in a few moments. But that's what I'm making today, is a veggie loaf. And what's in my ingredients are the following: cans of black beans. I think I'm going to use this Tabasco sauce. So I'm going to have an onion. Okay, this is a red onion that I'm going to be using. I like the bell peppers, the little tiny ones, so I'm going to be using these. The contents of this mix over into my bowl. Jalapeno peppers and everything, but that's what I'm going to do because I like to beef up the flavor of my food. I'm going to begin the process of pulling my meatloaf together. I'm going to be using some breadcrumbs, okay? This is the one with the Italian seasonings in it, so I'm going to also use approximately a cup of this. I've already preheated the oven at 375, and I know that this is going to be a little bit denser than a regular meatloaf, I think. I'm not quite sure, but we'll see. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add my jalapeno peppers here, and I'm going to de-seed this and take the seeds out of here because we don't want anybody to bite into it and get it. Now also what I'm going to do is I'm going to post these on my in my Vitamix here, my bell peppers. I'm going to put some rice in it to give it some texture. Okay, so if my son saw how I was making this, because he, you know, you saw him last week, he's real finicky when it comes to his food. So we're gonna make it work though. Trust me when I say this. I'm gonna make it work. You don't want your onions to be too fine either. You only want them to sort of semi, when you put it in your blender, you only want to pulse everything is chopped up real nice. I didn't bother by rinsing out the beans or the fixings from the last thing that I had put in here. I just chop it all up together, but it's, you know, very loosely chopped. You know what I mean? Again, I'm going to go back to saying what I said before. Season your vegetables like you season your meat. Alright, give me a moment. My stove is smoking over here. I left something in the oven and I didn't recognize that it was in there when I had put the stuff in there. Anyway, I have added to my mixture the Santa Fe blend of corn and bell peppers and so on. The next thing that I'm going to put in here is my chipotle hot sauce. So in here you see I have the corn and the bell peppers, the onions, and so on and so on. I see an onion in there that I need to chop up a little bit more. But the next thing that I'm going to add is going to be my tomato and onion bruschetta, or whatever they call it. Oh, this is tasting good already. All right, guys, I'm going to add some breadcrumbs. Okay. And this is going to help it bind itself together there in that whole process. I think that's about a half a cup of breadcrumbs. And the next thing I'm going to add is also 1 egg. Okay, so stand by. So I've also added my rice to this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grease my loaf pan, of which I have right here. See that? It's a regular loaf pan. Okay, and I'm going to come back once I have my loaf pan greased. Hey YouTubians, I have now placed this whole meatloaf or meatless meatloaf or veggie loaf or whatever it is you want to call it. I have placed the entire thing into a loaf pan, of which I've lined the pan with a little aluminum foil. And prior to putting the loaf inside of the loaf pan, I lined it and I sprayed it with a little Pam. Okay, so I'm going to touch bases, which I'm going to go ahead and stick this in the oven. I'm going to cover it up and I'm going to allow it to cook at 375 degrees. Okay, so I'll be right back with you. I had made so much that I had some more than I needed. So what I did was I took this 2-cup dish right here and I filled this up and I'm going to put this to the side so that later on in the week I can make some veggie burgers. And all that's going to require is a little oil in the pan and put this down into that. For right now, I'm going to go ahead, put the lid on it, and I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for later on when I make veggie burgers. So I now have placed that in my oven. My meatloaf or my veggie loaf is in my oven. Now, for you girls out there who already know how to make a meatloaf, this is all we're doing. We are substituting black beans for the ground beef or the ground turkey or the ground chicken, whatever it is that you are that you make yours with. We're just substituting the black beans for the meat, okay? Calling it meatless because there's no meat in it. And when it is done, I will come back to you and let you see what it turned out like, okay? So I will be getting back with you guys shortly. I really don't know how long this is going to take to cook. So let's see what happens. Okay? I'll be talking to you shortly. Meatloaf. This is my veggie loaf. It turned out okay. I'm getting ready to have some right there. There you go. And like I said, it turned out okay. The only thing, the next time I make this, the only thing that I'm not going to do is I am not going to put the aluminum foil on it. And the reasons why I'm not going to put the aluminum foil on it is it will stick to the aluminum foil. So other than that, it was very easy to get out of the pan. Now that would have made, that did make it easy to get out of the pan. But I think the next time I'm going to make it a little bit more denser. I will use 3 eggs. And I have to tell you, it does taste pretty good. I'm going to have a little taste of it here, because I've already had some. Let's see, there's my spoon. No, I didn't put any ketchup on top of it. There you go. Oh yeah, all right. So let's see, where are we? We're right under the camera here. And I have to tell you, it's quite good. Now, I like mine plain just like this here, but you can put ketchup on it as you would normally a regular meatloaf. But for the most part, this is very good. And for my son's sake, the next time I might not use corn because he don't like corn. He'll eat it if he has to. But hopefully he'll like this. This is very good. So, until we meet again, thanks for hanging in there. And I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for keeping the sister strong, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.